Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to run here. The Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. We did have another video going over the like streak goal, so now we're only 7 away from the randomizer theme week being unlocked. And again, I plan on doing the tier list tomorrow. The character Repentance Plus tier list starting tomorrow, moving on to the next like streak goal. Thank you all very much for making it possible. I hope you had a great start to your Thursdays here in the early weekend. Here's your awesome art of the day submitted here by first-time submitter Taming Dragons on the Invicta subreddit. Title of the thread was S.Invicta or S Invicta. And then in the thread they said, so I've been studying a little bit of entomology, and in the meantime I decided to draw a Selenopus Invicta with this Invicta mask. I hope you like it. And yes, I do. It takes me back, man. Even though like I was never planning on to be identified or somehow identifying with ants or anything like that, just because I took the name as just because of the name. It is funny how the ant has kind of made its way into part of the logo. So awesome job. Thank you very much, Taming Dragons. I hope to see more art from you. DJ's going to be Whiskey 0, Charlie Zulu, Golf 4, Victor 3. We've got Sharp Plug and Spider Butt, and that's all you need to know. Sharp Plug is going to proportionately reduce our HP to charge up our Spacebar item. Forget Me Now is interesting. We'll probably end up using it on the next floor just so we can get a second crack at the Devil Deal. So that's what Sharp Plug does right there. With only one, it's basically one half charge every single time there is a missing pip. So if I were to use it again right now, it would take one full heart of damage instead of just a half heart. And you do have to be very cautious with it because you can and will off yourself if you're not careful. I don't know why I decided to do that. I thought, for some reason in my mind, I thought they were both going to jump at me at the same time. So that's the reason why I kind of went downward, but should have probably stopped shooting the barrel. I do want that soul heart, and there's no deposit box in there, so I am going to take the soul heart now. A little bit unusual considering that I usually like to save the soul hearts, but because our damage is so low, right now I'm doing it more out of fear of dying than preservation of the Devil Deal on the next floor. We got Spider Butt locked and loaded, ready to go in case he does get too many flies out like that, and then they would turn into spiders and just swarm Dookie. Hopefully, anyway, instead of going after the spiders, but unfortunately, they went after the spiders because that's what Duke does. He protects himself with the flies. And make no mistake about it, if you don't have very good damage, Duke becomes a very real threat. Especially Green Champion Duke is the worst. He will easily kill you without a second thought, and you wouldn't think that Duke really poses that much of a threat, but it's not Duke, it's the rate that he spawns his flies and the rate that he sends them out after you. That's the big problem. So luckily here we only had the base version of Duke and we still almost got overswarmed. We are going to get stem cells, which is nice, and I think I'm going to go over here and pick up Forget Me Now. Let's see if there's anything else. We can afford a Sharp Plug here. Again, it will always take away from your red hearts first, so there's no fears about you overusing it in terms of you like if you have a bunch of soul hearts and not a lot of red hearts, but you still have a couple of red hearts, you don't have to worry about it damaging your soul hearts is what I'm trying to get to. And you're noticing here that I'm using Sharp Plug to get out into and out of the curse room so we don't incur any damage penalty on our fresh soul hearts. So that's just another way. You can do the same thing with any sort of self-damage, especially like the IV bag is the most common one. It's always worth doing in my opinion. So let's get this Devil Deal and let's get this bread. Anytime you hear someone say, let's get this bread, anytime I do anyway, I instantly say, okay, this person's trying to scam me. There's some level of hustle culture going down here that I'm not privy to and I don't want to be a part of. That's the main war this week. War against people who say, let's get this bread. I thought cheddar was weird. Then it went to bread. Next thing they're going to be like, let's get this yeast. Let's get this water. Come on, fam. Sign up now for my motivational courses, and let's get this empty mason jar that we're about to make lemonade out of. It's getting too obscure, and it's just not me. I'm down with the hip lingo of the kids, but not that down. Ooh, wow. We get a credit card here, which is going to make all shop items free, but more importantly, also going to make Devil Deal items free. Why did you go that way? Why did you, of all the ones that went in a wrong way, why did you go that way? You were the closest one to us. The only consequence of us getting a credit card for the Devil Deal instead of the shop is that it does not guarantee you a Devil Deal precedent. So, because technically speaking, you're not spending any HP for the Devil Deal items, so it's not going to give you the 100% Devil Deal chance like you normally would if you just simply taken the item and paid the HP cost. So. It's when you kind of have to do this. You can't really dogfight in between of them because the last place you want to be is in the middle of a crossfire there. You've been caught up in a crossfire. Crossfire! Game was sick. I remember seeing that game and thinking like, man, this would be awesome to play. Until you realize that you're probably going to lose all the little ball bearings after the first like 2 rounds and never see them again until your dad finds them or runs over them with a lawnmower or something like that, and then it's all your fault. What are you talking about? I'm not projecting. And that's just honestly, the Crossfire game is just an extension of a broader live PvP scenario game that always looked cool to me, but again, I never really got a chance to play with them because they were also kind of dangerous, which were the Beyblades, where you basically just take... They're basically 2 spinning tops, and you spin them. I mean, everyone knows what Beyblade is. I don't have to tell you. You know what I'm talking about. Don't act like I'm crazy. We do need a key, though, in order for us to not only get the golden chest that I spawned with the Reverse Justice card, but also, of course, to get into the shop. More importantly, the item room. So me using that one single key on the golden chest was ill-advised. And this damage is just awful. Trying to stop this Claudia from jumping into the fire, and then he just does it anyway. He says, okay, well, just go down here. Okay, we do get 1 key. We have not found the item room yet, but it's definitely not going to be in this direction. Here, that path that we are on right there is boss coded, so I will take this Tinted Rock, hopefully get some money. No, of course not. Why would we get money from a money pot? That would be silly. We have 2 keys now, so we don't have enough money for the shop, but we do have enough money for one of the golden chests, which may lead eventually to the shop if it gives us enough money, of course. I like this spot up here. It's the right leaper that's the most dangerous. Not this one, but the other one that was kind of slowly lollygagging its way over and then thankfully decided to change. And we've gone the wrong direction. And based on the size of this map and the fact that we have yet to see our shop or item room, it tells me by the art of deduction that we will be seeing an adjacency type scenario happening here. The shop and the item room being joined by one single room. Of course, we do have we technically have money with the credit card, so the heck, we got a steel chest out of a Tinted Rock? That's ridiculous, game. At least make it a golden chest or something. I mean, a steel chest without Mom's key is just boring. This room's trying its best to nail us here. Luckily, our movement speed does allow me to kind of safely navigate dodges, but there's still kind of tricky dodges. I'm only going to take Navi just because she does contribute towards the Beelzebub transformation. This is absolutely not a room or a shop that we're going to waste a credit card on, and And thank God we've got this Forget Me Now, so we can get maybe a second chance at an early Devil Deal here, because this is pretty pathetic in terms of damage so far. 2.2 tiers combined with low damage is woof. That is no bueno. Get a golden bomb here, so at least we can use a bomb as offense against the enemies. Maybe we can sneak another HP upgrade here. Would be nice. Maybe we can sneak another HP upgrade here. Would be nice from the Judgment, not the Temperance Machine, because apparently that one didn't feel like doing anything. You have 2.67 luck, which is actually surprising. If we get like a luck-based tier effect, that's going to be phenomenal for us. I don't like Black Bean. Anytime you get hit, it basically just does this huge poison fart cloud, which can be good sometimes, but it also has this annoying thing where it just knocks enemies back like across the world, and sometimes they can ricochet off walls. Same thing goes if you laid a bomb or something like that. It never works the way that you hope it will. That's really honestly like a life lesson coming in from Isaac. It's just life in general. It never works out the way that you're hoping for. Is that too depressive of a thought there? It's the sheer bleakness of it is funny to me. This is a diabolical room here. All these wow, that extra schmoove by that spider. Honestly, it's the eternal flies that are causing the most issues, because it's limiting my full range of dodging here. You see, dodging Black Dingle is not the problem. It's dang old flies and the spiders. Finally get a tiers upgrade here on floor 2, and that's going to be great. And we get Brimstone, which I am going to take, obviously. I feel like we can do better for a credit card use, because we can easily afford Brimstone. I don't care about Book of the Dead. This gives us the Devil Deal precedent on lockdown, and then we'll be able to use Forget Me Now and redo the second floor. Now, of course, it's Curse of the Blind. Screw off, game. Now, one thing is important here, minus the Curse of the Blind annoyance, is the consequence of this is twofold. Because not only do we get to redo floor 2, but if we don't qualify for the Devil Deal, you notice that our Devil Deal chance went straight down to 33.8. This inherently increases the likelihood that we get a Devil Deal on floor 3, way more so than we usually would. So using a Forget Me Now on floor 2 may seem a little bit crazy, because you can guarantee Devil Deals a little bit later on if you use it on the right floor and you have the right percentages. But in this case, I'm hedging my bets, and I'm hoping that we get a boosted chance on floor 3 rather than possibly getting a floor 2 Curse of the Blind Devil Deal at this point. And it pretty much is exactly the way I thought it would be. So there you go. You see us now. Well, I guess it didn't change it. Never mind then. Well, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's a Magician card here. Sun card I will use as well, just to have a little bit of mapping. And what I wouldn't do for Spoonbender here. I absolutely would have gone the wrong way, by the way. Absolutely would have gone straight north from the start. Brimstone's going to help out a lot. We just need to get more damage. Tears is obviously going to be an issue with Brimstone, but come on. It's you know what you're paying. You know what you're getting when it comes to Brimstone. Tears rate's going to suck, and your damage is going to be very high. Nothing scales better than Brimstone other than Mom's Knife. So damage, damage, damage is what we want. Navi already telling us what we already knew. Thank you, Navi. 2 Bombas. We can bomb our way into the item room here, which saves the key for the shop. The item rooms have been something else. I kind of go into the first couple of floors just expecting to have a slow start when it comes to just speaking strictly about the item rooms. There's 2 golden pills in here. Whole lot of cards too. Reverse Justice card again. Cherry card, Hero Front card I will take. And if we can get into the shop, I shouldn't have used the last key there again, but oh well. If we can get a, if we can somehow manage to get PhD, that would be awesome. If PhD was in the shop, I would absolutely rip the credit card. All I'm doing right now is just simply looking for a Yave. Give me one of them Yaves. Gracias. De nada. Who said that? It's me, Alex. I am Alex Man. See. Oh, and I didn't realize. You just never know where Alex is going to show up. Maybe behind you right now. Maybe watching you. Learning about you. Stalking your every move. When the time is right. You pop up out of nowhere while you're playing your favorite game. Gently lay his hands upon your shoulders and say, "See." That's when you know you're cooked. Hoping for a double deal here. Unfortunate that the HP, or that the double deal percentage did not reset. It should have just continued on to floor 3, but what I get for trying to be clever. All right, so we did get some damage there in the form of Synth Oil, which is great. It's going to greatly, greatly increase our healing power here, but it's still not good enough. It's a start. Something that we absolutely needed in every stretch of the imagination, but we need more damage for us to really, truly start knocking this one out of the park. Actually surprised the secret room is not north of that room. Keys are still kind of a bummer right now. Another HP upgrade here. Almost half our items are comprised of HP upgrades now. Get a Bomba, but no Yave. Temperance Machine could be a good source of income here. Unless, of course, it pays out instantly and gives us the blood bag, but nah, that's not going to happen. The cardio coin here. Here, you heard the regen there of a placenta as well. Whoopsie doodle. Didn't mean to do that. That was me looking at the cardio coin and not looking where Isaac was. That one's my bad, Isaac. Okay, that one's your bad. The other one was my bad, though. Again, I can't believe the secret room's not south of here. Where the heck are the secret rooms? That's how we're just targeting these statues here. Or targeting the nubs between the statues. Betwixt the statues. I'm telling you, man, these item rooms... They are something. Right there, I didn't let the uptime of Brimstone stay on that group of mobs there. That's the reason why they're able to get the double spawn off with the immortal spiders. If we get another Yave, I will go into the shop. Might as well check over here. I know the secret room's not there, but I just want to see if there's a key. And there's not. Super secret room to the right of here. Hopefully there's a key in there. Thus, having enough for a premium item, I definitely would like to get something. I think I am going to save the bombs here. Push this chest to the bomb. And let's see what we get. We get No Never Again, which is not actually that great for us in this spot because we have Sharp Plug, and I want to get something useful for Sharp Plug. No keys and 2 stone chests, and it's very clear now that the game is just not going to give us one, although there's a key. The key in that other room, I don't know how we missed it. It might be one of those scenarios where it spawned after I cleared it and I didn't notice it. So we're not gonna make boss rush. Just forget about boss rush. That ain't happening. Curious where this key came from though. Definitely wouldn't mind filling up the bone heart here. Oh, we have plenty of bombs, so we can actually get it. Not going to go in the curse room because I don't want to lose this bone heart if I can help it. And let's go see what's inside this tienda. Hopefully mucho loot. Or not. I guess I'll take Tarot Cloth. Sun Card, which would technically fill the red heart, but I don't want to just blow a entire Sun Card on an already cleared level. There we go, regen, and yeah. That one little bit of regen was just enough to give us a half red heart to fill up that bone heart, so that was perfect. Perfect timing by Placenta. 73%, it's going to be Carrion Queen, who is no friend of mine, and no problem for us since we have Brimstone and piercing shots and plenty of bombs we can do that with as well. In case she gets a little wild hair about her and gets a little bit too close. Another HP upgrade. Yeah, still don't think it's credit card worthy here. I will take Pentagram for our second out of the 3 items needed for the Leviathan transformation. Flying would be great. Pentagram's going to be huge for us, obviously, because we need the damage. And, yeah, you know what? God, it feels like such a shame to waste a credit card here just for mapping, but it's not, well, it's not a huge waste. I mean, we have Red Candle. Red Candle is absolutely worth it. It also preserves the amount of money that we need to get another premium item, so really it's not that worthless. And Curse of the XL. Okay. Even with Curse of the XL, we were not going to make boss rush here. But now you're seeing that our damage is greatly increased thanks to us having the pentagram. Probably a safer room we can bomb our way in here, but oh well, we made our choices. Gonna bomb over here. We have 7 bombs. We might as well fish for Magic Mush. Unlikely to happen, but always a pleasant surprise when it does. Look at all these pills. I like Red Candle. Even though we have Brimstone, it's still going to be nice to have a secondary attack that we can just throw out and defend ourselves against shots and also, of course, charging enemies. It's a very, very effective boss damaging item as well. It pretty much goes for any of the candles. Except Black Candle. It's not an offensive item. Unless you decide to, for whatever reason, use the Black Soul Heart that you get from it as offense. No need for us to go up to the north room here. Yeah, we can just kind of pepper them down. We can weaken them with the Red Candle shot and then just finish them off with Brimstone. No problem. Angry Fly, it's 2 or 3 of Beelzebub, so now we have 2 chances, 2 ways to get flying here without actually getting a flying item. And that includes, if we can get Hive Mind inside the shop, that'd be nice, but given the fact this is an XL floor and there's no mini-boss on the map, I am guaranteeing that we get a greed fight in our shop. If you don't believe me, I'm willing to sacrifice my key, my 1 key in my item room, just to prove it. Crawl space is a crawl space. Sagittarius, it's a movement speed upgrade. That's basically all we need it for here. We already got piercing by default thanks to Brimstone. Yep. How did he know? Oh, has he played this seed before? How does he always know this? Dude, I'm telling you, it's like I played this game before. I can tell you. You send me a screenshot, and I can tell you all the familiar symptoms of your run. I can tell exactly what type of run you're having. That'd be a fun addition to the Isaac Doles or whatever it's called. From this screenshot, can you tell what happened on this Binding of Isaac run? Next app idea right there. Good damage there with Red Candle. It's still dealing damage. Corner of safety is always king. Except against the fissures, because, you know, the fissures are heat-seeking. Get our second syringe item here. It would be a little irresponsible for us not to go into the item room, given the fact this is an XL floor. As much as I don't want to go hunting for a key, we just found one, so ignore all that. All that mumbo-jumbo. I've been getting a lot of fishing videos recommended on my tab lately. I'm not sure why. I have definitely... screw it. I have definitely spoken around my phone multiple times to Mama Victa about wanting to go get some seafood. And I even think we discussed it on stream last week, so it's probably maybe where it comes from. It's scary to think about how much your phone reveals about you. Even if you're not doing anything dishonest or shady or, you know, whatever. It's scary to think about how much information big corporations have about you from just simply having a smartphone. I'll take the negative, only because we have Ipecac Brimstone. Get Temperance and Judgment card, which... if we get an HP upgrade, we might play the Demon Judgment. There's not really anything that we want except flying at this point. We have no Guppy item on site. But we just need more damage, which is the reason why I decided to take Ipecac. Get Found Soul, which is actually a terrible idea in this spot because of Ipecac. You get an HP upgrade, which is just going to give us more HP to play this Demon Judgment with. No, absolutely not. If we just had regular Brimstone, yes, but see, this is why I don't like taking Ipecac. Ipecac completely voids a lot of possible synergies and really limits your ability to diversify your build when you take it. It's powerful, but it's dangerous, and it's also limiting in that sense. So if we had any of, if we did not take Ipecac, I absolutely would have taken Found Soul Buddy and taken Loki's Horns. But since we have Ipecac now, we cannot do that. We could, but it would be very, very, very foolish. Our second Bob item, which I guess is from Ipecac, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know how that Codworm is still alive. Yeah, alright. So Ipecac. I'm all over the place. This room was an absolute disaster. We may need the broken Ankh at this point. Alright, let's dial it in here. Let's lock in, because that last room showed how quickly things can get out of control here with Ipecac in terms of damage. I would not mind getting an HP generator here. And yeah, we're going to take that without hesitation. Now, I'm not going to use the Book of Revelations until after we're done with the boss, because I don't want to fight a... I do not want to fight a horseman here. And luck is on our side as we've gone all the way in the wrong direction. Wow. See, I don't quite get that. I don't quite get how we're in range of firing with Ipecac as soon as we enter into a room. Now remember, we also have Sharp Plug, so Lost Soul Buddy's in there. Though I will admit that I probably will forget about him. I think this is the best way I can describe Ipecac, and the biggest downside is that it slows down your gameplay. You have to be careful with the angles that you take. You have to be careful with the shots that you take. Make sure that you have a lot of positional awareness. Make sure things are not next to you. Spatial awareness is what I meant. And that can get kind of annoying for veteran players. Like Clot literally does nothing for us, but... And neither does Ayabelao or Azazel's Rage. Azazel's Rage is actually terrible. Okay, so now we can go back and we can start... this is going to take 3 red hearts to get another soul heart here. I think that's a good, worthy endeavor. And then we get another one here from Gimpy, so yeah, that's huge. I'm just going to go back to the library here. We can get another soul heart now thanks to all these half red hearts. Well, I shouldn't have done that. That was a little bit out of sequence, but what I was going to do is I was going to take the mini charge after taking the full charge and then use Sharp Plug to maximize our HP, but oh well. Now, if we had explosive immunity, obviously the conversation shifts drastically when talking about Ipecac. Now, another possible play we could have done with the credit card was keep it all the way to the dark chest. Of course, I didn't know that I was going to the dark room at the time. But that's always a play if you just don't get a good opportunity to use it, or at least at your discretion, you don't get an opportunity to really let your credit card thrive for you. Saving it for the dark chest is smart because it saves you a lot of potential HP loss. If you get like 4 really, really banging items, but they all cost 2 hearts each or 3 hearts each, that is you're basically saving yourself from lethal damage there, but with the credit card. This is the worst, one of the worst rooms when having Ipecac. No matter if it's Brimstone Ipecac or just Ipecac in general. I mean, we can pay for a double charge here. It would allow us to get a 2 soul hearts. Probably should have waited to clear 1 room before doing this, but oh well. It doesn't really matter for us to use the Book of Revelations now because it's going to be, it lives, obviously. So, have to worry about a horseman here. Might as well use our money. Money, 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 money. I mean, you know, how can you not enjoy Ipecac Brimstone, right? It's just, you just have to be careful. It's just like anything. You have a very, very powerful weapon. You got to have a lot of responsibility, you know? It's only a danger if you make it a danger. I had a feeling the boss was this way as soon as I saw that little skinny room, but I knew that I didn't want to go through the spike room. We get one final devil deal, and we get the mark, which is going to give us Leviathan, so, and also a soul heart damage upgrade. There we go. Very nice. If only we had some kind of mapping. Obviously, having flying now is just going to be just a massive increase of our survivability and mobility. Our movement speed is also excellent at 1.8, actually a little bit higher than I like it, just a tad. And we're gonna get the Bob transformation, which is actually, I think that is immunity to Ipecac shots. Never mind. You would think it would be, but it's not. And we've gone the wrong direction. I think we're immune to poison, not poison explosions. I don't know. It's, who knows at this point, man. Repentance changes its mind every day. Okay. The longest hallway. Look at that. Thing's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 rooms wide. And I will take the bone heart. I don't know if we actually needed the bone heart. Here we go. Now, if we get Bob's bladder, that would be interesting, as that would increase the creep size. Definitely be down for that. The Ipecac should keep Stanley away from us. Why is it? I don't. It's always that bottom right toe of Isaac that seems like it just extends out a little bit too far. Sometimes. Gotta be careful with Ipecac against a wall, too. Isaac will just shoot the brimstone right into the wall and hit yourself. You don't want to do that. The Tears upgrade here with Ouija board. Yeah. And I did forget Lost Soul Buddy, I know. I know. We forgot about him. I think we'll be okay. What the heck? Does Scythe come from the bottom of the screen? Or was it this other Death's Scythe? Yeah, Book of Revelations, though, means that we just don't have to worry about our HP. There's the Beelzebub Tran. We're getting triple transformation, none of them Guppy. A little bit of an oddity there. too often you see 3 transformations in a single room or a single run, especially a non-victory lap run, which we're not gonna do a victory lap here. I don't think we really need to. It's one of those runs where it's like, yeah, we're gonna win, and we knew we were gonna win here as soon as we got Brimstone, essentially. I don't think the extra innings are. It would just be forced at this point. And we kind of did everything we needed to do on this run. Wow, if that right there doesn't prove that fissures aren't heat-seeking, I don't know, or are heat-seeking, I don't know what will at this point. All 3 of those converge in the corner, in the safety corner. You can't tell me that they're not heat-seeking, so despite what Zombolas keeps repeating. I believe you, but I also believe what I see. And I know that fissures go right for the player each and every time. Teleport meta, baby. Come on. Come on. Okay, teleport. What are you doing? What are we doing here? Somehow we return to the same room twice. This is one of the worst rooms I think I've ever seen. Double Dark One adversary in an XL room. This is straight up awful. Imagine if this was on a challenge run, man. People starting to realize the horrors that is the randomizer handicaps. Again, please leave feedback on challenges that you feel need a little bit of balancing. If you are in the beta test, I would appreciate it. We take direct feedback from the submission forums and look at balancing stuff because we don't want it to be not fun for people. We want it to be obviously it's supposed to be a challenge. That's why it's called a handicap. But not to the way it's like, ooh, this is just not fun. Like this challenge is impossible or it just sucks, you know. We don't want anything to suck with the challenge, with the optimizer. Or not optimizer. Randomizer. I'm not sure what you could do with an Isaac optimizer. That's a little bit different. But we are going to get the dub here in a very sort of kind of cozy run in a way. I maintain that taking Ipecac was probably a bad idea, especially if the Bob transformation does not grant you Ipecac explosion immunity. It should though, man. Like the Bob transformation should just give you blanket explosion immunity. I mean, that's his whole thing. But it doesn't. I don't know why the body counts as being still there, despite us destroying it already. So no victory lap today. I think we're good on that. But I want to say thank you all very much for the support over this past week. We are only 7 away now from the next like streak goal of having the randomizer theme week, which is going to be absolutely hilarious and also incredibly dangerous. But it's going to happen. So thank you for watching, everyone. If you want to make it happen, make sure you click the like button and leave a comment down below. Those 2 easy things are the best way to support my channel. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Censored, Barman1988, and Michael McMaster. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.